Hey everyone, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. In the last episode, finding Crimson, Rosalina kinda had a nervous breakdown, realizing that everything that he just went through was her fault. In her panic, she fled to the back of the cave and fell to her knees. But with a proper recap, here's Viggy.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, I am Viggy the GM, and welcome back to the Queen's Court. When we last left our heroes, fighting further into the cave system, the Acolytes encountered a makeshift laboratory, manned by horrific Xenos monstrosities that Tarvok identified as the dark kin of the Eldari. Dispatching these foes in brutal fashion, the trio inspected the horrific scene of mutilation, only to find that one of the subjects still lived upon the surgical slab. Meanwhile, Amma battled to regain control of the Corvus Blackstar that was spiraling quickly down towards the surface of Nexim. Coaxing the machine spirit back to life, Amma narrowly avoided the ignoble fate of ending up as a blood splatter on the ground. As he pushed the Blackstar to its limits, with engines roaring, Amma set course towards a nearby mountain range, with a squadron of lightning interceptors in hot pursuit. But his expert piloting managed to evade these pursuers as the Blackstar was hidden away in the mountain range. Amma exited the Blackstar to link up with his fellow acolytes. Back in the cave, Rosalina and Thalia bore witness to the wretched creature on the surgical slab. That Thalia soon discovers has had all of its sensory organs, including its skin, removed. She tries to telepathically link with poor wretch, but she finds herself unable to sustain the connection. Rosalina, whose telepathic powers have developed a bit further, dove into the creature's consciousness, only to discover to her horror that it was Vornis Crimson, the man she had been searching for all along. Finding herself in a vision of Crimson's cabin aboard the Red Sky ship from so long ago, Rosalina is met with a scene of dread, as the cabin is covered in blood and dismembered bodies. Approaching Crimson, who is in no better shape mentally than he is physically, his skin pallid and covered in bleeding cuts. After exchanging a few words, Crimson is racked with a sudden motion, as a demon of the Dark Prince, beautiful and disgusting in equal measure, manifested behind him. It was none other than Sally, the herald whom Rosalina had defeated on the quarantine world of Cool, come to claim vengeance. Trying every trick to break Rosalina, going even as far as showing young Riza before her illness had taken place. In the end, Rosalina pierced Crimson with Lioness, the blade that he had given her back in Gantry. Rosalina broke the connection and torched the laboratory with her meltagun. Not all had been quiet whilst this mental meeting had taken place. Larisian had joined up with a group of turnkey enforcers as they made their way to apprehend the intruders, but they were quickly gunned down by Larisian's sudden and seeming betrayal. Rosalina was inconsolable as she backed into a shelving unit and broke down crying. And we return. Hello?
So last episode, I had my sword drawn towards Tarvok. I'm actually going to drop the sword on the ground, shaking, and just hold my head.
I will place a hand on her shoulder.
Which one?
Not now.
No, honestly, is it a bionic or the last one? The last organic one? Oh, there are? Oh, damn! I forgot.
Yes, sir. No, I placed one of my original hands on it, like my base set.
I'm gonna... Viggy, do you want me to roll a willpower test?
I mean, do you? If you want to, you can try.
Let's see if she can compose herself. She can. And with that, she's gonna, like, wipe her face really quickly and throw the sheath of Lioness to the ground as well, getting it off of her.
Take your time. Compose yourself. Breathe slowly.
And I'm just gonna dart around really quickly, looking at Amma, looking at Tarvok, and then looking finally at Polonia.
I'm going to be looking back at you with a bit of concern, but if you succeed on a perception test, you could notice I'm also a little freaked out.
Well, let's do that. I'll roll awareness real quick. Nope, she is in her own little world right now.
Yep.
And with that, she's just gonna look back down. Okay. Okay.
The Emperor is your light, and the darkness fears us.
The Emperor protects. Ave. Emperor. And she's just gonna, like, stop halfway through the prayer and just start getting up. And she's gonna look at where the acid hit her, and it's gonna hit her. It's like where it actually hit her is right over her heart. Huh. I'm good.
Yeah, let me fix that for you, and I begin to fix her.
Indeed, you rolled last time, so that will be that.
And as his hands slowly begin mending the armor, he actually stitches over your heart. It'll be a temporary fix, but over your heart there's actually the sigil of a heart, right where it would be.
And with that, she's gonna step over here and actually step over Lioness.
Ah.
I collect her sword for her.
And she's gonna re-pick up the Brazier of Holy Fire, but she's gonna keep it out and keep it on her back. And she's gonna be holding her melt-a-gun still. Did any of those things get away?
Yes. What seemed to be the homunculus of this operation teleported away using that device over there, pointing over to this
Pad.
Strange contraption. Yes.
Indeed. Before, don't move just yet. In fact, I need all of you to roll an awareness test.
What comes into play, sir?
Well, let's see.
Probably need to sink some points into awareness.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
No, that's worst skill in the game. Don't waste your experience.
Aw, if you only had 1 point, though.
I say that and I got a 36 out of 35 if I had one more.
Mm-hmm.
Vicky, could you roll for me? I can't access my sheet because Roll20 just doesn't want to work because, data thing.
Yeah, I'll do your stuff for you.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. Let's see. And awareness. Boop. Well, you made it, but the roll was made with 16 against 87. So, as Tarvok points, because Tarvok failed so hard, let me just move it like this. Oh wow, I'm just now noticing that there have been some updates to Roll20. Okay, GM... Oh, okay, I'm not gonna go too into this. This is just stuff that I can see. So, as Tarvok is pointing towards the teleporter pad, he hears he feels a tap on one of his shoulders. Boop.
I turn around and put my gun up right into the head of whatever just touched.
Oh, it's Amma. Scroll up. It's at the top.
Oh, now I can see.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I moved you in between layers, so you would have lost sight. Amma was so sneaky that not even his own player could see him.
Amma is just going to reach his hand up and remove his mask and put his hands up and say, 18 man, put that down, okay?
With a twirling flourish, he holsters it.
Well, if you're here, that means that my ship can't be far. I'm gonna slowly look over to Rosalina and say, in a very muted tone, I think we've gotten what we came for.
Have you found the man you're looking for?
He was...
And I'm just gonna turn my head towards you as you start to say something. And it's gonna be like, he is dead. Our mission here is done.
Rosalina, if I may.
Go ahead.
If that truly was Vanus Crimson, and he knows about us, our identities, that information may now be compromised and in the hands of those disgusting creatures. That could be used against us. Not even the mansion would be safe with that kind of information.
When you say disgusting creatures, what are you referring to?
The Ducati.
Oh, there you go. Does Amma have the forbidden lore? He does not. So he would be hard-pressed to recognize the torn-up bodies lying all about as being that of Dark Eldar. But yeah, now that this has been established, yeah, go right ahead.
As of right now, it is quite possible our identities... You looked into his mind. Was it compromised?
And I'm just gonna shudder at the thought of looking into his mind again and turn away.
Rosalina, was it compromised?
By a homunculus? I'm not sure.
Your words imply a second intruder into his mind.
And at that, she's gonna have a flash of Riza at perfect health and her killing her own daughter. It was nothing.
Tarok stares at you, stone-faced, shaking his head. If you say so, I will not press the matter further. Now, pardon me, I wish to examine that pad to see if I can ascertain something with it. And I'm going to walk over to this. Do I see anything? Like, what do I need to do just to get a good cursory, like, look at it, just figure out what it is?
Well, all you would have to do is... Actually, all you have to do is roll a d100 and not get 100. Because you get a plus 20 to Archaeotech.
Yeah, plus I think this actually... What's it called? Pops into, Master of Hidden Lore.
Yeah, that it does. Because, yep, there you go. You rolled a bunch of degrees. And you recognize this as a two-way teleporter pad.
Imperial?
It is indeed Imperial, though it seems to have had some modifications made to it. Of non-Imperial variety.
Is there any cogitator upon it that I could ascertain perhaps get a log from?
No, they're you only right here in the back. Though I've failed to represent this on the map, there is a rune board with with a very few buttons on it. They seem to mostly pertain to the to the operation of the teleporter pad. No log seems to have been written down. Whoever operated this machine did not belong to the Administratum.
Mm. Can I commune with the machine spirit of it?
You sure can try. Roll for me. Let's see. A tech use with a -30.
Of course, why would I be able to pass tech use tests?
I passed the Sinisian's test.
Well, you are able to hear the lingering after effects of the screaming subject matters as their bodies are picked apart slowly and thoroughly. So roll me a willpower.
No bonus.
Let's say +10. There you go.
The machine spirit seems violated. Unfortunate. And quite heretical.
Has anyone looked at the books yet?
We have not.
No, they have not. Do you wish to search around?
Yes.
Then roll me an awareness with a +10.
Awareness +10?
Yes. There you go. As you search about through the pile of books and scrolls, you can find that these seem to be research notes of some description, though most of them seem to be written in a Xenos language that you are not. Let me see, how vaguely familiar are you with it? You can roll for me linguistics Eldar with a -10.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh damn. Mope is kind of nailing everything.
It's hot rolling.
Indeed. You recognize it as a dialect of the Eldari tongue, though it seems to have seems to be dissimilar enough that gathering meaning from it would take some time.
Well,
However, you do recognize a repeating theme in between all of the research notes, in the fact that whatever was going on here was to extract a certain. I'm going to butcher some science now. A certain. Hold on. Someone is calling me. Be right back.
Tarvac, can you get this thing operational?
I should have no issue doing that, but ma'am, I must stress the risk of using this thing, for we do not know what lies on the other end.
That damn homunculus.
Strange creatures, disgusting in their morbid curiosity.
it makes me reflect on my career decisions as a surgeon as I look through the books.
Well, if you're unsure of how the teleporter might work, is it possible that, well, you would need a guinea pig?
I'm guessing you're going to volunteer.
Fine as well.
You do realize that you may end up right in front of a homunculus coven and have spend the rest of eternity in endless torture and pain for naught.
And at that, I'm gonna bow my head a little bit and just let out a tear and turn away from you.
I think it would be better if we sent a probe through first. Surely with someone who has, well, don't you have a few servo skills, Rosalina?
You wish for me to lose more of my family?
I'm going to give you a completely blank and puzzled look, as I'm not sure how to respond to that. Because in my mind, I'm sitting here like, that's right, she considers the skull her family. I'm just going to stare at you and seem a bit wordless and say, well, I suppose we could at least teleport some sort of object through first.
And if we teleport some sort of object through, there's no telling where it might end up. You'll have no feedback at all.
Tarbok raises his hand.
With that, Amma is going to grab the corpse, well, that he's standing and looking at, grab its arm and lift it up to show that we have a test subject.
And with that, Tarbok's going to put a hand on his face and open up his jacket to reveal a rat that has a camera feed to it.
I'm going to look over at Tarbok very relieved and say, perfect! We can use one of those.
Yeah.
Rosalina, are you fit for duty as it stands right now?
I'll be fine.
I'm going to actually roll scrutiny against that, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
That'd be scrutiny versus fellowship or perception? Not sure.
Perception.
I'll take you at your word.
Although she does keep mumbling under her breath, Espiritus Dome Libra Nos, and keeps going with the prayer.
I'm going to try to subtly pass Tarbok a look of concern.
Tarbok returns the look of concern.
Maybe we should return to the ship before we decide on what to do next.
No. That thing will not get away from me.
I'm gonna look over at Rosalina and try to give you the most empathetic look I can and say, Rosalina, I think it's already gone.
Tarbok, get that thing working.
I'm working on it. The machine spirit has been corrupted. I will take a moment to pray litany over. As like two of his hands are kind of working on it. How did it come to this?
I made a mistake.
Rosalina, I think that we need to be more concerned with the people allowing this operation to continue.
They will be punished.
I don't think we're going to be able to track down this Drakari. I think it's too dangerous to go through this portal. I really think we need to go back to the ship and come up with a course of action on what to do over the people who are allowing this.
And at that, she's gonna look towards you and just like... can you do a telepathic link to her?
Yeah.
Waiting for that.
Sorry, I realized that my psi rating in there was only 4, and I had to double check to make sure I bought the...
Watch this. Let's Perils already. If we could blow up Rosalina's head. I am not going to resist. And in her head, you're just going to hear closure. Like, there's everything being said in her head, like, really fast. The overarching theme is she just wants closure at this point.
I'm going to send you back a single sentence. Revenge just brings more suffering.
And at that, she's going to close her eyes and look down to the ground. I have to. You return to the ship.
I can't leave you.
It's fine.
Rosalina, what if something happens to you? Worst case scenario, do you want to end up like what we saw? Because that's what I'm worried about will happen to you if you go through.
And at that, she's just gonna, like, hold her chest close. Like, just put a hand on her chest. They'll pay for what they did.
I'm gonna step closer to you. Look, I'm a surgeon. I'm not a therapist. And after what you've been through, I know that you need to either talk to someone or take a moment. If we go running brashly through here, it could get us all killed or worse. On top of that, I think I understand that you have a bigger duty to deal with the corrupt nobility allowing this more than, well, the individual Xenos that's been involved in it.
No. I will destroy that Xenos first. Then we'll deal with the corruption on this planet.
Yeah, but what if we go through the portal and we die, and that was what the people running the planet wanted, and this was all an elaborate scheme where there's a trap waiting for us on the other side?
Then we face it with the Emperor's words in our mouth and his light in our eyes.
You should make an awareness test. Because that would not reassure me in even the slightest, but I would try to fake it.
Oh, Rosalina is blind.
Yeah, I think you're a little too enraged to notice that. I'm just like, oh god, she's crazy.
She's not crazy. She's a sort of Puritan.
She's gonna throw all our lives away because of her faith in the Emperor. Oh gosh. I'm gonna look over at Tarvok, and look at Tarvok and say, so, Tarvok, how's the teleport repair coming?
It's still a work in progress. I'm trying to lower down the power structure so I can send a rat in at least to get some scouting in. I'd rather not teleport over a pit of spikes or what have you. But you also notice that he, with another pair of hands, he's looking at Rosalina and writing something down.
I would be giving you a look like, please help me, do say something.
My bad.
Okay, so Victor.
Yeah.
Questions about this teleporter, because that's what I've been kind of working on. One, do I know how long the range on these things are?
It's not something that you can teleport or calibrate. It is a one-way. Well, it goes one way. God, be right back. God damn it.
Well, I just got demonetized.
Well, we got that it goes one way. Or at least Tarvok did.
I think it goes back and forth to just one teleporter pad.
Yeah, but I need to know how far because even though a radio can go 2 ways, they still have a limited range. Because I need to know if this thing will send us like just to another part of the planet, or if it'll send us to Holy Terra.
I like the
What's
idea
your
that it could
course?
send us to Holy Terror.
I don't want to go to Holy Terra.
I do.
That's you.
We can make it just in time for Sanguinoa.
Right. Well, let's go to Mars.
But Mars is spelled. Yeah, words are fun.
I'm thinking that we just, wherever we go, we pop down the void, or we pop down the ship, and we just stare straight into that warp.
No.
Okay, so the crazy one?
Yeah, the person that's trying to kill us all by going into a portal to our own demise? Or the one that wants to stare blankly into the void?
Coach Bandar didn't have to deal with this crap.
Hey, the void is nice. It's really comfortable once you get used to it.
Also, I'm going to step off the teleporter pad just in case.
Smart plan.
Yeah.
Levisian, Alma, what do you believe the best course of action is?
That Lewison's just gonna kind of adjust himself, still like shifting the carapace armor around, and look over to Alma. Well, well, as much as I don't value my own safety, much value yours, at least the party's, and well, if we can send over that, then of course we'd have feedback. But all in all, I do agree it is more than likely a death trap. All in all. However, I understand your point of wanting to see this all through, as in ending that, whatever you called it, homunculus? And he's gonna look questioningly towards Tarvok.
Yes.
Yes, homunculus. However, that falls outside of our own jurisdiction. That becomes the work of the Order of Zenith.
I'm gonna nod very eagerly at that.
Victor. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead and finish, Newell, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. And as it's been displayed at least since I've been here, Rosalina, you are in no room to continue on, I must say. You're concerning even me, as well. I've never seen you in such a state.
I am fine.
No, you're not fine, Rosalina. And he's gonna walk over towards her and try and rest a hand on her shoulder.
Get off of me.
Rosalina, you need to listen. If you continue, you are only going to hurt more people than you are going to do anything to save.
And if I get the Inquisition of the Ordo Xenos involved, and I'm just going to look at Polonia, there'll be an investigation on everything that we've done.
Everything we've done here?
No.
I don't properly see how... Sorry, just give me a second. I don't properly see how they track how they would investigate the previous actions of a Ordo Hereticus group who was, our purpose is to search for, as the name implies, heresy.
I'm gonna look around real quick and say, maybe we shouldn't be so candid away from the ship.
That is true, but...
I am willing to divulge a bit of my own history. You might have wondered why I am so agile. This is These things you have fought, I have faced them before.
I will look at Alma and ask, so, from your experiences, what do you think is probably on the other side of this teleport?
Death.
I'll look back at Rosalina.
Victor, what is the range on these teleporters? Like, do these things? How far can a platform be before they stop working? Intercontinental, interplanetary, intergalactic.
Sorry, I thought you were asking if you could teleport, what range you could teleport within. These have a hardline connection, meaning somewhere else on this planet.
I relay that information, and I say, if Rosalina, if you'd like, I can send in one of my scout vermin through this just to see what is on the other side, and we can make a better course of action, as information is paramount over anything.
Do it.
Well, on a side note, Viggy, I'm gonna pick up the books here. I'm gonna pick up like 4 or 5 of them. I'm gonna pick up the most worn and red-looking ones.
Alrighty.
And only the ones that are in that Eldari variant we were talking about.
Do you read over the ones that are not?
I'll take a look at the titles of them. Do any strike out to me? Or stand out to me?
Indeed. As with your previous awareness test and the plentiful degrees of success you got, you are able to find what seems to be a book of contacts.
I'll definitely be taking that one.
Indeed. It is, as you look through it, it seems that the names and locations have been written in some kind of cipher that would need to be broken.
And I will loot the book. Let's see what happens with this rat.
Alright. Roll a tech use test to send it through.
Before you do that, I have one thing to ask. Can I stick one of my cards on top of the rat?
One of your cards? It's just a business card.
No, you know the cards that Alma has, Biggie.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, one of those on top of the rat. If these are who I think they are, they might have seen these cards before.
And I say, I don't want to risk any kind of molecular fusion on the subject. No variables. Next, perhaps, depending on the result of the next test, perhaps the next one you can go through. And Victor, do I still get the Archaeotech bonus?
Yes, you do. However, this time you'll get it will get cancelled out by the operation, so it will be a flat tech use for you.
So we're just gonna go ahead and pass that. I ain't gonna risk it.
Alrighty. So, as excuse me, still a bit out of breath. As Tarvok operates the rune board of the teleporter pad, the small vermin is enveloped in a flash of light as it disappears.
And I immediately go to video feed.
Indeed, I'm going to have to do some real quick modifications on the other end of this thing. So this will have to go like this. And let's see. I need to move just Tarvok over. Oh no! Crap. I exited out of Roll20.
How dare you?
Man.
Victor, you're so good at this today.
I know, I'm just a complete professional. Okay, I'm back. So now I need to put Tarvok over
you can
here.
Remember, everyone can just...
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. In fact, I can just do this. And now I need to do some things because nobody can see anything.
Wow,
So I do.
such detail.
Looks like the video feed's coming in. Let's hope it clears up.
I offer my data slate to whoever wants to watch, because I have my own.
I'm just gonna link mine to yours so I can watch on my own.
Pokemon while we're at it.
Here we go, and boop. As the data slate comes into focus again, you can see the rat seems to be disoriented as it gets its bearings back and looks around, and it sees what appears to be a hallway leading into a larger area.
Oh my Omniscient.
Tarvok, get a count on the enemies. And you're saying that they operate on this planet, correct?
By the cogs of the honor. Victor, can I have control over my...
Oh, don't you have it? Control over it? Hold on.
I have lost control! It's good!
Hold on. I'll do it for you. Just tell it what it wants to do, and I'll have it follow.
Okay.
Oh, delete. There you go.
Go diagonal 3 squares.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small ones. What the fuck are those?
The Emperor's name. What are those creatures?
Roll a Forbidden Lore Xenos.
Can I roll a Forbidden Lore Imperial Navy?
This would not help. So, Tarvok, you were gasping in exclamation over these guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Over these foul things. These are Slith.
Snake-like creatures, multiple arms, quick in combat, slaves to the Dark Eldar.
I will say that Tarvok says that.
Thank you. And I say, do they have... And I'm trying to think... Do I know if they have... Is this one of those situations where if you kill the head honcho, they fall to the ground?
No.
No.
Good to know. And I say, so I count... Do these look like... Do the other ones look like warriors or scientists? Or is there a difference in the Eldar culture? I'm not sure.
To these, there is no difference. However, I am going to roll something. Oh, snap.
They doesn't this thing take a negative 20 because of its size modifier?
No.
They have super acute senses.
These things have, let's see. Yeah, it just says here, Slith are excellent trackers. They have, unnatural senses 60 when it comes to the purposes of finding, a character. So, as you look about, you can see that while the horrible, smaller monstrosities seem to be content to go about their horrific business, the two snake-like creatures start extending their tongues into the air, and as they slither about, both of them open fire with some kind of Xenos rifle straight into the vermin and blast it apart as...
Can I roll dodge?
I tried.
Oh.
You tried. Yeah. As the feed goes dark.
Wait, the rat didn't get a stealth check? I guess it doesn't matter now.
Unfortunate. Besides, they were just smelling it. So it's hard to contain your scent when you're a rat.
That is true. Even with all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. But no, and I looked at Rosalind and I was like, well, we could go in there and we'd probably die. We could also retreat, and I don't know if we can take on these things on.
Well, maybe we could. I think what makes it conclusive is the fact that we have to travel down a tight hallway with no cover in it to get to them, and they're watching it now.
Do we have where Do we have an exit point to this marked on maps or anything?
Fortunately, no. That info does not seem to be inherent in its construction.
Can I tell by the walls of that place from the feed if it was subterranean or above?
Roll logic for me, -10. Considering the construction and lack of any windows, there is a high enough chance that it is subterraneous.
Now, can I roll Forbidden Lore or Xenos again to see if I know if the Drukhari actually make deal, or how to put this, if these governors or the people on this planet would be working with them, or if they're if they would be an unknown quantity.
You can roll.
Okay.
Yeah, and both of you make a degree and 2 degrees respectively. So,
More than that, with unnatural intelligence.
oh yeah, that's true. You get +1.
Look, I'm shit. Just kidding, obviously. Obvious joke is obvious.
But of course.
But of course. So, Darwak, you start waxing horrific about the distinct possibility that the High Warden of this planet may or may not be complicit. It is not only is it not unheard of that the Drukhari make dealings with humans. In fact, it is quite common. In fact, though this does not prove guilt on anyone's behalf in this instance.
But it is a modus operandi of the...
Indeed. In fact, you recall some odd 300 years ago when Duke Severus III attempted to break away from the Calixix sector in the Spinward, I actually forget what his sector is called, but yeah, it was a part of the Calixix, it was a subsector, in fact, who used a Dark Eldar cabal in order to harangue and harass the Imperial forces as he himself fought against them.
I want to make one more lore check, and I'm actually going to ask, this is going to be more to Amma as well, or actually anyone who has the lore for Militarum or Navy lore. How are these creatures generally engaged in combat? Like, how do we deal with them? Do they have any weaknesses? Are they flashing lights, maybe? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look towards my hallucinogenics, my grenades.
Knows that these creatures are not known to stay and fight. In fact, when engaged, tactics are if anyone actually fights. Are you kidding me?
Getting survival chances. We could come out of it off battle, but it would be unlikely and very difficult. And
Consider that.
Well,
But also, if we remove them completely from the planet.
We don't know that.
yes, that is an option, but, well, not an option. That is a possibility, but as I said, it's unlikely, even.
What? There could be more of them than what we saw, and we already saw twice as many of them as there are us.
we must get the Autoxenos involved.
Hey guys, one slight hiccup. I'm gonna stop the stream really quickly, and then I'm gonna continue here on recording. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Alright, sorry about that hiccup, everybody. It would seem that YouTube hates streaming, apparently. So we switched to doing a recording.
Yeah, which will tank the viewer numbers because most people don't watch 2 parts, but whatever. So, moving on.
The good part of a recording is Alexis can edit you saying that out.
She won't.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tarvok looks to Rosanna. Rosalina, I know it's an unfavorable thing, but we must get the Autoxenos involved. They are more prepared to deal with this than we are.
I want to turn and look at Rosalina and say, what if we send them through an anonymous message through a third, fourth, or even fifth party?
They're the Inquisition. They'll find out.
We're the Inquisition.
I'll look back at both of them and say, like, again, maybe not so candid.
Tavok, do you have any explosives?
I do. Why?
Strap one to one of your rats and send it through.
That's not how that works.
Well, if we're going that far, I was going to suggest that maybe some flame would do good. It didn't look like they were armored, except for the big ones.
Here's an idea. Why not take one of these rocks here, attach a rope to it, attach it to a pin, give it enough leeway, and run your rat into the middle of the place. The rope will pull the pin on the grenade, detonating the rat.
There is
several problems.
No, not just that. This is me speaking to the audience now. In case some of you may find this silly or otherwise, I will point to the fact that just days ago, in fact I think it was yesterday, Games Workshop announced that Necromunda will get bomb rats. So,
But,
which is why I bring up the idea.
But my issue with, well, one, and I looked at Rosanna. Rosanna, you saw how those things dodged and weaved with disgusting. I dare not call it efficiency.
Fine. If you don't want to go that route, we'll go to the planetary governor, and I'll extract all the information I need from him before purging that heretic.
But
Polonia, you were right. We need to go to them first. We'll locate them, and then we'll call in reinforcements.
I'm just gonna nod at you.
But we need to act quickly. I don't want these things escaping.
We should get moving then.
And actually with that, I'm going to take my last rat, because there's one in the office, one that just died, and then my third one I'm going to leave here to keep an eye on the transport pad to make sure nothing else gets through. Keep an eye on, tapped on it. So, rat on Overwatch.
It is right here. Oh, wait, crap. Didn't mean to do that.
It's going to be under the light, kind of.
Boop. Yeah. So, with that in mind, are you going to head back out?
Return to the Corvus Blackstar.
Which is more than just saying it. So, remember, you're still in the pit.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to drag the lot of you down here towards the entrance, because I can.
Now it's black.
So, let's see. All you here. You're in the lower left now.
Guns up, everybody. We're gonna head into heavy resistance.
At this, Lurison is going to just kind of raise his hand to signal everybody. Perhaps since I'm still in this disguise, I should go first. They're less likely to fire on one of their own, don't you think?
Very well. Go ahead.
So, as Lurisian exits into the open air of the pit mine, he sees that things seem to have turned to a sort of state of normalcy, as the prisoners have been returned back to work as they hack away at the open ground.
I want to do an awareness test.
Alrighty, go for it.
Okay, I'll try and roll it. I want to know how long it goes through. Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I have Auspice on me. Would that be a thing that's good?
Depending on what you're looking for.
Just... No, I wouldn't for this, because I'm trying to see if, like, there's anything wrong. There's...
Ah, right, you're trying to get that sixth sense going.
Yeah.
Ooh, sixth sense. Even though humans have a lot more than six senses, but still.
I know, but it's the turn of phrase. Ooh.
I'm gonna re-roll that just because why not?
Yeah, a man
Not
who owns his embarrassment of fate points in riches.
Why must you hurt me like?
Well, your awareness isn't that good to begin with. You only
I
have
know
one.
it isn't, but
The Emperor hears your pleas and denies them.
And finds you wanting.
Vicky, can I roll an awareness? Does my lenses come into play?
Well, considering the fact that Nooble went ahead to see what's up, you're not quite in position yet. So, as Lorisian, as you look around, you can see that, considering the fact how things looked before you entered here, there seems to be, again, a state of normalcy returned as the inmates have been motivated to get back to work. And you can see that there are rad-suited turnkeys moving about, whipping their shock chain flails about in encouragement.
I will have one of those.
I mean, I have one improvement.
There were 4 of them on the turnkeys that Nooble headshot. Beerby.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one on. Because it's just part of my, like, disguise. So, I mean, when this is all said and done, you can have it, because I'm not going to use it.
Okay. Alma, how far away did you park the Black Star?
Quite a bit.
Very well. We'll have to
We
get
had
through
to be-
all of this.
Sorry about that.
We had to be safe.
Of course. Let's get through this as quickly as possible. Our appearance alone will give us away in an instant. So be
However-
ready for resistance.
Yeah. So. Aww. That is so adorable. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm looking at a
No,
Discord
you pay
chat.
attention to this.
I know, but they are kitties.
My bad. Anyway,
It's okay. So, you're just going to walk out like you own the place?
Yep.
Alrighty. So,
Biggie, I'm gonna roll stealth.
well, sure. I'll roll against you, and you'll receive a -10.
I'm fine with that.
Alright.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Yeah? Oh wow.
Trip on a rock.
Let's see if... Yeah, the turnkeys sure do notice you. As you walk out, as the group walks out, Alma attempts to sneak to the side, only to find himself wrong-footed by a footing of gravel, and he whoosh sends a hail of it flying into the cliffside, making the most the loudest racket you can. Wait, what?
What?
Hello?
Continue.
I didn't actually hear what you said.
Just go.
Okay. Making the loudest noise from such a small thing that could be possible. And a group of turnkeys looks up and notices and starts shouting at you through their mounted Vox units. You! Get over here! Lay down your arms! And they start approaching you, chain flails, shocking.
Should we just make a run for it? And I actually look at Polonia and Rosalina and offer them like one of the handles that are on the bookcase that they can hold on to while I run.
I will take it.
Indeed. However, I need, let's see, actually everyone can just make an awareness test. Actually, no awareness test needed. What am I doing? This can just be noticed. As this happens, you see, coming from up above, you can see what appears to be a group. What would you call a group of servo skulls? It's not a murder of servo skulls.
A flock.
A flock.
Entourage.
A flock of servo skulls. Let's go with that. I was hoping we could go for something funnier because there's so many.
They heard.
A herd.
That gaggle.
They move in herds. They do move in herds.
An infestation?
No, that doesn't fit.
Come join the murder. Come fly with black.
Let's go with herd because that's the funniest. You see a herd of servo skulls.
Can we just go with a lot? It's a lot of servo skulls.
No, that's not funny.
Alright, continuing.
Okay. As the herd of you see a herd of servo skulls whoosh in, swooping in about you like so much carrion. However, these seem to be flashing picked units at you.
Am I away from the main group?
Probably.
You
Because
are.
I would have gone.
You did go ahead, and as you see the other turnkeys start moving, they do not seem to be paying you any attention. They even seem to be walking past you.
Okay, good. Because I take it I'm also in a red, so I kind of in because I would have had to pick one up.
Indeed.
Okay. I'll hang towards their back of their group.
Yes.
I'm gonna activate my brazier of holy fire and do I flame them?
Can you flame them?
No, do I? I'm gonna hold the flame in front of my face so that they can't get a picture of me.
The servo skulls are floating above you.
That's fine.
Wearing
They
a
can't
helmet.
So long as they can't get a clear picture of my face, I'm fine.
I look to both of you again, and again offering the handles to book it. I also offer a book to cover your face with.
A book. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm wearing a helmet, so.
Oh, she's wearing a helmet, and I look to you, seeing that you have the fire. Rosalina, do you grab onto Tarvok's bookcase?
Amma, disappear. Meet us at give us the coordinates to the Corvus Blackstar, now.
I will give you a note of a path to follow.
Amma, disappear.
Do keep in mind they did spot him.
I know, but he can run. And I'm going to say, Tarvok, run.
And Viggy, with the two women holding onto the rails of my bookcase, I proceed to move as fast as my mechanical legs.
To book it, you say?
Yes, sir. In fact, I would actually like to make a tech use test, or pass a tech use test immediately to overclock my legs, using my limited capacitors to give them more.
Right. Alrighty then. So, you use a fate point, and I'm going to need Polonia and Rosalina. What would be an appropriate test to hang on for dear life?
Keep in mind that I'm also using my other arms to hold them in place.
I know, they will provide bonuses.
Strength?
Yeah, I'd say like a strength plus 10 or 20.
Actually, wouldn't that be athletics?
I'd say let them choose between athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, athletics or acrobatics, either one with a plus 30, thanks to Tarvok. There you go, Rosalina made it. And Polonia made it as well. So, as Fighter Tarvok overcharges his...
Arch-fabricated multivarious Tarvok.
Indeed. Picks up Polonia and Rosalina, and starts running quickly towards the side of the pit, and starts to ascend, much like his arachnid namesakes. And, with that, the turnkeys go for their revolvers and are going to start opening fire, try and hit you.
Larisian will join them with his lovely shot, because that thing works.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a. Let's go at standard range because you're moving fast. Standard hit with a -20 because you're running super fast. Let's see what the target is. The target would be 37, but one of them shoots and hits.
Hold on.
Alexis.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
What? My shield.
Your shield?
Yeah, he's
who
got a
are they
refractor field.
Yeah, yours didn't go off. Rosalina, let's see if... Polonia and Rosalina, let's see D100s for force fields.
Uh-oh.
I can't dodge.
Hold on, Alexis, what are you uh-ohing about?
Well, we are seeing who is getting hit here.
Mine's a 55 and under.
Yours is 55 and under, right?
Polonia's is 50.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
Polonia is not getting hit, so it's between Rosalina and Tarvok. So I need the two of you to roll a d10.
Alrighty.
Indeed.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Yeah, so I probably should have said this beforehand, but you did want to roll low, as is most cases in Dark Heresy. Low is good. So, Rosalina, you're about to get hit. Your force field didn't go up. Would you like to try and dodge?
Sure.
Well done. So, let's see. There's going to be a bunch of incoming shots. And, let's see. There will be one. That's another hit. Between the three of you, everyone roll a d10.
I'm going to assume that I jumped on top of the bookshelf at this point.
We'll see. 2, 4. That's a 3.
Oh, come on!
Rosalina, roll force field. This is fun.
This is quite
I'm gonna
funny.
pull out my auto pistols and look at Rosalina and say, "Should I return fire?"
Actually, can I turn my Weber around and just fire at these guys?
You can. Just be aware.
Of?
How many of them are there, Biggie?
Well, there's about 5 of them. Not including Larisian, who is currently standing with them. He's shooting at the wall, but he's not. He's purposefully missing.
So, you're saying there's 5 of them, there's 1 of me.
Yeah?
No, because this no.
Every time.
Alright, hold on. Boop, 1d5.
This could end up looking really suspicious, though, if one of them miraculously survives.
Don't worry, I will stab you in a non-lethal place.
So, 4 of them get hit. However, Noble, high or low?
It will say high because that's how you've been rolling.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, roll it. Nope. Of course you roll low when you don't want to. So, you just take a Weber hit, and I'm going to see which one of those 3 get hit. So the target is 30. I'll roll 3 tests. Actually, it's -10 for them, so none of them makes it either way. Noble, roll a agility -10.
Oh. I really hope the one time. Yay!
Made it. So, with that, Larizian is able to dive out of the way of the Weber shot, as 3 of the turnkeys get stickied to the floor of the pit, to the ground.
By chewed up chunky puffs.
Chunky puffs?
Jack gets it.
I get it.
Sounds like a cereal.
It is a
It is.
cereal.
Never heard of it. All right. So,
Can I charge them?
the remaining 2. There's only 2 still left that are still active, aside from Larizian.
How about I charge the one that's not... Well, how close together are they?
The 2 left,
Yes.
they are standing 2 meters apart, which means if you stand in between them, you can 2-weapon wield them.
Let's do it. Let's do it live.
Meow.
Oh god, you're gonna kill our party member by accident.
Alright, roll stealth -20 for charging. They will roll awareness. Boop.
Oh.
Well, they failed harder, so all they had to do was succeed. Actually, they could have failed by 1. So, they are surprised.
Okay, here we go. So, no aim, charge.
That's the first hit.
Roll damage.
Yep. That is plenty. Yeah. You needed 14 to do it. Alright, so that's one of them gone. The other... That's also a hit. And yep, that is enough. Wow. You actually... Had you rolled a 1, you could have just swapped degrees and killed them. Yeah, they didn't stand a chance.
Viggy, I'm not done. Assassin Strike.
You didn't have to do that because there's no one left to disengage.
That is me.
Well, you're not engaged in melee with them.
Oh, yeah,
but,
true.
but Amma will whisper under his breath into the microbeat to Larizian to play along. And I'm going to stab at Larizian and, well, Larizian not being dumb, take the sword underneath your arm and look like you're being hit.
Indeed.
No. Hit.
No?
Make it convincing. Hit me.
Cut his head off!
Don't do that, Noble. He does way more damage than that. Wait, roll to hit, you mean?
No, just nick me enough so it looks convincing. So if I go back...
Right, you just want to take a wound. Okay.
Get enough wounds
fair
to
enough.
actually make it convincing.
Pri, do you actually have a weapon that doesn't outright kill him?
I have a throwing knife.
That could work.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a throwing knife at you.
Oh boy. Alright, let's make it convincing. Swing. That is a hit.
That's all. I also aimed.
Not dodging.
Okay, so the throwing knives are accurate.
Don't aim that.
Okay, so I'm not aiming.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you take 7. Where do you take that? That's a 77. That's your leg, right?
No, that's a 5. I hit him in the head.
No, that's shoulder.
No, it's a 50. No, it's a 50.
It's a chest.
Yeah.
I want to say it hits me in the weak point on my shoulder.
Yeah, let's just say somewhere around your... Yeah, actually, let's just say the meat of your shoulder, which not too bad.
Yeah, no, like just the part just above the bone.
Yeah, actually, let me double check how many wounds you would take, if any.
None.
None? Yeah, okay.
Because I'm wearing Enforcer-like carapace, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. And that's the same as Soga's I normally have, so
Actually, no, you're wearing a different armor. Which will...
Oh, really?
Actually, no, never mind. You're toughness 4, so you do indeed the armor that the turnkeys are wearing has 4 everywhere except the legs, which is 2. So indeed, you do take a You do take the knife. You suffer no wounds. I'll give you a point of fatigue to represent the damage you take, but it is not debilitating in any way. But it is convincing enough if anyone were to look at the wound. It is there. Actually, let's just to make it sort of convincing, let's say 1 wound.
1 wound.
You take 1 wound.
Okay.
Hey, Viggy, to make it even more convincing, can I kill the guys that are stuck underneath the web?
I mean, they are helpless, so yeah.
Stabby, stab, stab.
No need to roll anything. They are helpless.
Yeah.
And you can't fail.
Did we make it out?
Indeed. Spider Tarvok is able to skitter all of the way up to the brim of the pit and heads into the wasteland of Nexum 8.
Okay. And just while he's still there, I blast a couple times in his general direction with a shotgun 1.
Indeed. Purposefully missing.
Well, of course.
Yes.
But making it look...
Yes.
Before Amma runs away, he's going to do a sly wink towards Lorisian and just scoot along.
See, I knew they were lovers.
So wait, Larisian has slept with both of the men in the party?
Yeah.
Has he?
Me. I don't have any.
He has nothing to sleep with?
Pretty much. I don't sleep. I barely sleep as it is, and then I have a recharging station.
Yeah, that's true. So with that, you manage to escape to the surface. Ignore the people that you see there. That's the only picture I could find of the surface. So, yeah.
Oh, Big here, I thought that you gave me more people to stab.
Nope.
Murder hobos, I swear.
Well, he only seems interested in killing humans because you ran away from the Xenos fight.
I have to stab something.
Sounds typical Inquisition to me.
Ha. So, everyone who isn't in a rad suit needs to roll a toughness test for me.
Wait, do I count?
No, you count as being... Actually, no, you technically don't count, but you do get like a plus 40 to your toughness test.
I'll fate point it because I don't want cancer.
Yeah, I kind of don't want the cancers either.
Oh, I got cancer.
Hey, Biggie.
Calm down. Calm down. It's not that bad.
Hold on. Now, for Polonia and them, can I actually shelter them underneath my cloak to try to protect them from the sun's radiation?
This is different. This is dust that you're trying to keep out of your lungs.
Then both me and Polonia are fine. We have rebreathers.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm wearing a helmet.
Does everyone have a rebreather?
Yeah.
Yes, I made sure to buy specifically everyone one.
Fair enough.
Also, Polonia is wearing a void suit. Or Polonia is wearing a dust suit.
I'm wearing a what?
Remember you said you had your face covered to protect from the...
Oh, that's my helmet. I'm wearing the Carapace armor, though. I assume my Carapace armor isn't, sealed.
Yeah, but we gave you a rebreather.
Yeah, I do have a rebreather, so no radioactive isotopes are getting me today.
Alright, let me double check something.
Advanced PS4 performance, y'all.
Yeah, so... I'm not sure how to handle this one, seeing how it is partly radiation, partly dust. I'm going to say that since the lot of you are wearing rebreathers, you should be fine for now. How long does the rebreather last? Let's see. The air canister lasts for about 1 hour, then must be replaced, which takes a full action. Have you been here an hour?
Yeah, we've been here a lot longer than an hour, but those are some really crappy rebreathers.
Well, remember, it's just a face mask that has an hour supply of air.
Wait, I thought they were respirators, not rebreathers.
Wait.
I thought a rebreather was a respirator. I thought it was...
They're different.
Yeah, they are different things. A rebreather has air in it. You can go diving with a rebreather. A respirator is just a gas mask for all intents and purposes.
I was thinking I had a respirator. That's on me though. Like, that's my misunderstanding.
Well,
so I failed with 4.
Let's see. A simple respirator, a simple breathing mask that covers the nose and mouth or entire face. These offer much better protection than filtration plugs. A character wearing a respirator gains a +30 to a toughness test made to resist the effects of gas. Well, it's not technically gas, but it's the same thing. Would you have made it with a +30?
On the first one, I would have. Can I have my fate back?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Rosalina and Polonia have a +30.
I still fail.
You, yeah, what the hell?
Oh my god, good job, Alexis.
And Alma failed as well.
It's okay, I'll give you good chemo.
Okay, so for both Rosalina and Alma, I will give you 1 point of toughness damage.
Okay, so yeah.
Is that permanent?
No, characteristic damage goes away per hour, as long as you don't sustain continual characteristic damage. So
until we get back to the ship, which we don't know how far that is. Actually, how far is it? I have my big mag. What is it called? The compass thing.
Yeah.
So how long can I chorus that with the coordinates given? And
you can roll for me a navigate surface with, what does the thing give? Was it a +20 or 30? I forget.
I'm gonna say +20, but until otherwise.
I'll actually have all the gear close to hand.
Does anyone else have navigate surface?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Well, not you, Pre. You're not here.
I don't.
I give it.
I don't. I have operate surface.
Let's see. It is the multi-compass, +20 to all survival and navigate surface tests.
Oh, well then make it a -10, and then add my intelligence.
Yeah. That's plenty indeed. So, with the instruction given by Alma, you were able to chart a path that should keep you hidden far away from any of the turnkeys as you slither in between the canyons that crisscross across the surface of Nexum. However, on the way there, actually, let's go back to Larisian because stuff is about to do him. So, Larisian, I'm guessing you're trying to that you're kind of ambling about in confusion as you look over the scene of your fallen comrades, used in quotation marks.
Yes.
Indeed. And you see what appears to be a dune buggy. Actually, I forget what's the new Genestealer Outrider called. It's like a jackal or something. I forget.
They are called jackals.
They are called jackals. Okay, perfect.
Okay. If you were going to call it a jackrabbit, I was going to get really disappointed.
Hold on. I'm going to check Warhammer community real quick. Just because I can. Genestealer cults, which is here. It is called a...
Or is that just the girl?
It has the girl in it. It is the Achilles Ridge Runner. Let's go with that one. Just cause. So, you see an Achilles Ridge Runner drive up, and a squad of turnkeys exit out as they fan over the place. And the overseer in charge of the group walks out and demands, "What the hell happened here?" Man, the loss of my voice is helping here.
Nice. And they're more of a Slavic, right?
No more of what?
I said their accent is more Slavic, right? Just so I try not to go Irish with it, as I always tend to do.
Yeah, you can do
Irish,
that.
Scottish.
It is.
They came out of the caves. God, I did it already. You know what? Literally. Alright. That's how we're doing this. Hey, they came out of the caves. Anyway.
Just go with it. Just go with it, Noble.
Yeah, I'm just going with it.
Yeah.
They came out of the caves. I think there was 5 of them.
Ah, Media's blazes. Now I'm doing it too. The High Warden is going to have my head for this.
What do you want me to do with them?
Are you pointing at the others? The dead?
Yeah. Yeah, he'd kind of just lazily point at them with the shotgun he'd have in one hand. And he still has the knife in his shoulder, by the way.
Oh, they'll get sent back to reprocessing. He looks over at you, seemingly noticing that you're injured. Must have gotten lucky. Whoever these people are. Brutal.
I hardly saw the one that took them out. And then I'm just gonna drop the shotgun to the ground and they yank the knife out and hold it in my hand.
You should get that looked at.
I'll give my hand a good flex. Does everything move properly?
As you flex your hand, you can feel a stinging sensation in your shoulder, and you resort to not putting any undue strain on it, just in case, at least until Polonia or someone else gets a look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Help us. We'll pick up the corpses. You get into the Rich Runner. We'll get back to main processing.
Understood.
And the turnkeys start trying to scoop up their dead comrades, finding it somewhat difficult with the Weber goo all over them.
You got it in their hair, didn't you?
Yeah.
Never get it in their hair. That's just rude.
Sorry, I was kind of blind firing.
Look, there's plenty of notice beforehand.
It's okay. I've been partaking in sacred unguent, so it should be fine.
Are you done?
Actually, no, because I have to ask you something, Victor.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just transported these 2 across the desert.
Yeah.
You know what else does that? A vehicle.
God damn it. No, you're not getting the vehicle trade.
Not the vehicle trade. I want to be able to use... I want to equip myself with a volcano cannon. Damn.
Chest-mounted volcano cannon.
God damn it.
Apologies.
Am I you a volcano cannon? Oh my god. Sorry.
Is that a volcano cannon, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm not happy to see you.
No.
Anyway.
So, moving on.
Okay.
Enough of that. Moving back to the non-vehicle, you find yourself in one of the deeper gorges on the surface of Nexum, and I need to real quick find a description because actually no, that wouldn't help here. So as Tarvok slows about, Rosalina, you can turn up the intensity of your holy brazier, and you can see that there appears to have been Munitorum armored containers that have been stacked near the sides of this gorge, and there seem to be people here. They look at you hesitantly from inside of the containers, some even just having the tarps laid over them as they move into the side to get a better view. The rat suits that you see seem to be even more disheveled than those belonging to the inmates.
Pilgrims. May the Emperor protect you.
As you say that, you see a small percentage of the group actually making the sign of the Aquila, while others simply turn up their noses and get back into cover, seeing how the rat storms are seem to be picking up.
They're being quite radical.
Radical,
we must
bro.
make it there quickly.
How much distance do we have? Do I know? Can I calculate a time, an ETA?
You're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer?
Wait, only halfway. How long has it been?
You've been running for a good few minutes.
Oh, like we haven't. Okay, so we haven't been like riding for a while.
No, it hasn't been like an hour or something, anything like that. It's been about 15-20 minutes.
Is there anything I can do to try to shorten that time by a little bit?
Well, you've already shortened it by a lot, considering how fast you are.
With that, I actually reach down and to the little square container on my side and put a mug in it. Well, we're halfway there. Would any of you ladies like some recaf to calm the nerves and to avoid sickness?
No, I'll be fine.
Bologna?
I agree.
And I offer her a fresh cup of recap. This one will be iced, being that we're in the...
Haha.
I'll look at it. A little hard to drink it with a helmet on.
It's got a
straw.
crazy straw in it.
Anyway.
You can. Did you have a point of fatigue, Mope?
No, so I'm actually not going to drink it. I'm just going to hold it there, realizing, I have a helmet on.
Well, it starts quenching. But fair enough.
Does coffee actually quench thirst?
No.
No, it makes it. It is a. I forget what the English word for it is, but it's a dehydrator. There we go.
Yeah,
I
it
disagree.
gives you mad cotton mouth. I'm drinking it right now.
It doesn't taste good. And doesn't rehydrate you, so yeah.
Okay, never mind. Quick out of character thing. This has nothing to do with anything, but I just noticed that my knuckles were bleeding.
Neat. Blood
Neat.
So if you get a candle and you let the blood pour out onto it, and you pour the and you burn the candle.
Burn the witch.
Never mind. Forget I said it.
Well, you're attracting the attention of the witch hunters.
Oh,
I'll kill him,
it's almost
man.
like I'm trying to lure them into a trap.
It's a trap.
But anyway, so I guess as we're driving, we're just gonna try to I'll drink it to kind of keep myself energized to make it through the rest of the trip.
Indeed. Roll athletics plus 20.
Do I get bonuses because of synth muscle?
Not. Wait. Does bulging biceps give?
I don't have bulging biceps. It's fine. I passed it either way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, you don't have it, so never mind. So you pass it. You don't gain a point of fatigue, and as you follow Alma's notes, you are able to find where he has hid the Corvus Blackstar. He seems to have parked it quite skillfully. He must have hovered it backwards into a low and wide cave.
This is fairly well done. I'm gonna tap the ruins and open up this shuttle.
Indeed. The Corvus Blackstar opens up the front ramp, the assault ramp, in fact, and admits you to enter.
Out of character, Mope, do you actually have operate aeronautics?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it tested against?
Agility.
What's your agility?
48.
38?
48.
Oh, damn, yeah, then I'll just assist you. I'll get into the co-pilot seat.
Now,
I thought Alma was piloting. I thought he had the best.
he's considering the fact that he is not as fast as Tarvok. You will have to wait a few minutes until he catches up.
Okay.
You may want to have a chat with Larizian while you wait.
Well, I'll start the engines and everything, at least.
Actually, isn't Riza aboard the Black Star?
She
No, she was
sure
back.
isn't.
Okay.
She was back aboard the Oath and Spoken, I think.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, you did not take her with you here.
Taking a little girl to a prison planet, not a good idea.
No.
So, are you going to try and link to Vox Lorisian?
Larisian, this is Rosalina. Come in.
Yes, Rosalina.
I need you to meet us at a rendezvous point so I can pick you up. We are in possession of the Black Star.
I'm assuming I'm alone in the Bridge Runner.
Indeed, you're sitting in it while the other turnkeys are busy trying to scoop up their fallen comrades.
Okay. Sorry, could you repeat the last thing you said, Lex?
I need a rendezvous point for you.
Understood. I'll just need to get a little distraction.
I'm pretty sure the Corvus Black Star would be plenty of a distraction.
Yes, but that would also ruin a perfectly good disguise. I'm sure I could get this out of here, and, well, a better ways before you pick me up.
Understood. Get back to us as soon as possible. Alma,
I shall
come
do
in.
so.
Yes.
You hear Alma. However, he is considering his the distance he has left to go. He sounds crackly, but Rosalina does not sound crackly to you due to the boosted Vox range.
Alma, are you by the shipping containers yet?
Do I need to roll on awareness, Viggy?
No, you do not. You passed them a few moments ago.
I will cast fill in on that then. That I have just passed them.
Very well. We'll pick you up.
Don't start the Corvus. You will
Why?
attract attention.
Where we're going with it, we were going to attract attention regardless.
To explain what Alma means by this, he means that if you get into the air, it means that you'll be spotted faster if you can't just get straight into orbit.
Who says we're going into orbit?
I mean,
the plan.
The plan?
My plan is to go to the planetary governor and kill him.
Guess who's in orbit?
Oh, he's in... Oh, yeah. I thought he was actually on a certain part of the planet.
That moment of recognition, it was great.
Hurry up, Alma.
I'm running as fast as I can. Which is pretty fast.
I say you could have your legs replaced. They would make it a lot more efficient.
You could also have your brain replaced with a toaster.
You know, we don't. You know, time is wasting, Rosalina. We could get a move on now.
I'm actually still looking at my my bionic leg that has synth skin covering it, and just be like, Tarvak, this thing did not make me any faster at all.
I say, because you only have one.
Wait, what kind of quality leg is it?
Best.
That's quality. But yes, it does make you faster, because it gives you the sprint talent.
Yeah, you should be faster.
Well, I don't have sprint.
Well, yes, you do now.
You should. It just needs to be added into your sheet, which we totally forgot. Let me do that real quick.
And with that recognition, Tarvok says, that's because you haven't had enough time to train with it. Given enough time, once your body becomes more used to it, you'll be able to sprint. You'll find that your speed has increased at least 2.00.
Wait.
Yes, twofold.
Larisian, don't you have a bionic leg?
No, I have lungs.
You've one?
Lungs.
Oh, okay. Then Alma, do you have any?
No.
Okay.
Harold had a bionic leg.
Yes.
There you go. In fact, Polonia installed that bionic leg.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah. That's probably what you were remembering. So, in any case, a few moments later, as the three of you pass the time inside of the Corvus in relative silence, Polonia bringing on only the most bare essential systems without turning on the engines, you hear a knock on the front ramp of the Corvus Blackstar.
Can I pull up a display to see who it is?
Indeed. As you open up a pick display on the front, you can see that it is in fact the dark outline of Amma.
Okay, lower the ramp.
Lowering.
Amma is going to enter the Corvus a bit hard on the breathing.
Pull up ramp.
It seems that the weaknesses of the flesh are still quite present in his form.
I like my weaknesses of the flesh, thank you very much.
Larisian, do you have a pickup point, or do you want us to leave you here for now?
Next.
On that point, remember that Larisian can get back into orbit using the orbital elevator.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to confirm one thing. In character. So I'm still alone in the Ridge Runner, right?
No, at this point, the bodies have been picked up and bagged, and the Achilles Ridge Runner has set off back up the circuitous route to the top of the pit mine, and it is making its way currently to the main processing facility. And unfortunately, you are hemmed in between two other turnkeys, and talking into the Vox right now would be tantamount to suicide.
Yeah, so...
You hear no reply.
Yeah, there's...
No reply from Larisian. Let's continue.
We're just gonna leave him.
He'll find his way back to us. It's kind of his thing.
I guess I'm gonna call back. Alma, are you good to fly?
Perfectly fine.
Actually, let's double check that. Roll for me an athletics test with a plus 20.
Athletics?
Yes, this is to see how good of a shape you are in.
At least I didn't roll 100. I'm gonna actually re-roll that.
Alrighty. Indeed. You were a bit short of breath, but you were able to catch it again without much issue.
Polonia, take the co-pilot seat. And I'm gonna get up.
I will take the co-pilot seat.
Indeed. So,
I'm gonna get on the gun on top.
yeah. Which gun was that? I'm gonna
Twin-length
double check.
assault cannon.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Polonia has the stats for that thing, I think. Oh no, turns out this thing has the twin-linked las cannons.
Ooh, even better.
And a heavy missile launcher. That's the weapons that the Corvus has.
Huh, no hurricane bolters.
No, apparently not. I think I gave Mope the choice on which weapon she could have, and she chose las cannons.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So, with that, Polonia, actually no, Amma, roll for me and operate Aeronautica with a plus
20. Because I can
20?
also assist.
No. It's different. It's from the maneuverability of the Corvus plus the assistance from Polonia.
What's the maneuverability of the Corvus? Is it?
It is a plus 10. Yeah, so you get a plus 20
10.
in the end.
And if I roll 100, I can fail.
Yeah. So, with that, the Corvus fires up its engines, and the machine spirit roars as you blast out of the cave and head straight.
Is it bad that, like, here's what I imagined. All of us are, like, strapped in and everything, and Tarbuck's, like, in the passenger cargo thing, like, alright, I think I'll have a cup of coffee before we set out into... and then he just, like, lands against the wall.
Good thing I'm auto-stabilized.
Yep. Yeah, indeed. Tarwak gets launched into the wall. However, due to his gyro stabilization suite, he lands and perfectly manages to catch all of his recap back into the cup.
Wait. Oh, hold on. There is someone who is going to have to I gotta roll a dodge for these guys.
A dodge?
Is it the rats?
Yes. Rat goes flying.
Whee! Bomb. However, due to it being a rat, they are tough little bastards, and he gets back up.
So what you're saying is my rat in a hat did not in fact go splat?
No. It did not. So, with that, you are back into the air and heading straight for the open void. Amma, roll for me an awareness test with a plus 20 for the Auspex on the Corvus.
Wow.
Oh boy. Want to fate point that?
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
There we go.
Yeah. So, with that...
I'm just looking out from the glass of the gunner seat.
Perfect. Rosalina thinks to herself, made a perfect getaway. No one even spotted us. Until she is countermanded by Amma, who says that the lightning squadron seems to be back in the air, but this time you should be far enough away that if you were to head straight for the Oath, they will not be able to intercept in time.
Why are we heading to the Oath?
Well, do you want to stay in the open void?
I thought we were heading to the governor. Like, that's the plan.
Well, I didn't hear the plan because I'm pretty sure you made the plan while I was away, didn't you?
I forget.
Real quick, what was the plan?
Go to the planetary governor, see if he's... see if he knows any knowledge about the activities on the planet. Once he confesses and spills his guts, I kill him and all the men around him.
Right.
Basically in a stabby stab operation.
Right. So, you're heading to the orbital platform then?
Yep.
Alright. So, as you do, you arrive at the orbital platform, and you are hailed. You hear, coming through the Vox, "This is Nexine orbital platform. You are an unidentified flyer. Power down now, and submit yourself to one of our docking bays."
This is Rosalind Lockwood. We have permission to land.
Roll command on that.
Is he Imperial?
Yes.
I get plus 10.
Actually, a Dark Eldar.
Wait. That would be funny. But he's not. And with that, you hear landing bay 5. And you see lights lit up as you are guided towards one of the landing bays of the orbital platform.
Take us in.
Can I land in a different one?
Unfortunately, none of the other ones are open, so unless you want to shoot your way in, no.
Oh, you have no idea.
But yes, I will land the thing, so plus 20.
Yeah. Woof. And... Zoop.
I don't have my Arvis slider. This is weird.
It is, but you know. As you land the Corvus Black Star in one of the hangar bays, you see that that automated defense systems have come online, aimed at the Black Star, and a squad of 20 turnkeys are double timing it towards the Arvis Black Star's combat shotguns in hand.
I'm gonna... Polonia, activate the assault ramp.
I will activate the assault ramp.
So it goes...
I'm also going to grab my auto pistols.
Indeed.
I'm gonna have my magic gun on my back and my brazier in my hand. And I'm gonna start walking down the assault ramp alone.
Oh, go ahead, Knight.
Wait, are we going in shooting?
And I'm gonna say, not if we don't need to. Wait for my signal.
This is highly illogical, Rosalina.
We're talking, not fighting. They are still loyal members of the Imperium. Some of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and check the weapons capabilities. I've got... Oh, never mind. Sorry, I shouldn't have even marked.
So, as the almighty clang of the assault ramp, as it strikes metal on metal, echoes out, you can, Rosalina, I'm guessing you're the first one down.
I'm the only one down so far.
Currently, you can see that the 20-man squad of turnkeys are standing, surrounding the ramp with weapons at the ready, though not aimed. Actually, screw it, they are aimed.
I'm gonna walk down and put my hand up. At ease. I am not here for any type of violence. I am here simply to speak.
One of the men, an unhelmeted man, steps out and says, "That is not for you to say. You have violated what's the word I'm looking for here?
Territory?
No, that's not what I wanted to use. Here we go. You have violated the jurisdiction of our territory. Actually, that works perfectly. You will unhand your weapons now and come with us."
I'm gonna have my brazier in hand. It's still active. And I'm gonna look at the guy and just be like, we had full authority given to us by... And I'm gonna name the guy that actually gave us...
Yeah, you forgot what the High Warden's name is.
Yes, I did. What is his name?
His name is... his full title is High Warden Kalis Orpheus.
High Warden Kalen Orpheus.
Wow.
Whatever. Shoot your face. Anyway. Morpheus.
Makes sense to me, by the way. Polonia's matrix name is Babylon.
Oh, God.
Babylon 5.
Oh.
Morpheus did give us permission, and I must speak with him once again.
I'll take you meant Orpheus.
Nope, now it's Morpheus.
It's not.
Orpheus. Continue.
Yeah. He had not given you permission to go on the surface.
And are you putting words in his mouth? Do you know
No.
this for certain?
I come directly from him. He is livid, to say the least.
Perfect. Then under my authority, you will take me to him.
And whose authority is that?
And I'm going to take up the little bit of the eye on my sigil.
Little bit?
Just the top bit of it so you can see that it is the inquisitorial eye.
Either you are revealing or you're not.
Well, yeah, I'm revealing it, just a bit of it.
Don't do that.
No, I'm doing
Just-
it only so that only a few of them can see it. And no one else around us aside from these 20 men.
There is only them.
Oh, then in that case.
Yeah. The landing pad was cleared.
We're going Eisenhorn on this.
Pretty much.
Then
Man,
under
those
my
are such good
authority,
picks.
you will stand down and submit to my will.
Are you going to fate point that?
Fate point what?
The command test?
I'm showing them the inquisitorial eye. If they actually question it, I'd be
Yeah,
impressed.
Yeah, you'd have the authority to tell me and Alma to just open fire on them.
Oh wait, I'll just spend the fate point instead.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, I'll auto-succeed with 4 degrees of success.
Wait, it's 5 degrees.
Oh, 5 then. Sorry.
It's your willpower, remember. So, as you do, a visible shock comes up. You see a visible shock go through the men as they seem to have quickly realized that whatever they are, whatever's going on, they are way in over their head. But the man before you quickly gathers his composure and says, my lady interrogator, I did not know.
I'm gonna slide it back between my breasts and just look at him.
I was not aware that the Inquisition was investigating.
Speak lightly of that. The second he says Inquisition, I'm gonna cut him off and say, speak lightly.
Ah. He immediately shuts his trap.
If any of these men are to speak about this event, including my reveal, you are to kill them. They are deemed traitors. Is that understood? And I'm going to look at everybody in the room and look for acknowledgement.
I'm going to need another command test on that one, but you do get a plus 20 because of reveal.
Do I want to re-roll that to try to get more degrees of success?
I think you got it. Hell? Hold on.
No,
Someone's
Victor,
texting
you
me.
continue with this. This is more important.
I'm just going to put it on silent. There we go. Okay. My bad. I didn't leave at all. So,
The events that follow and the events of me being here are not to be recorded. In any way, shape, or form.
I, Lady Interrogator, it will be done.
And you will investigate each and every single man that operates underneath you. Or you will be held accountable for their actions.
Of course. Under what accusation?
Why do you think I'm here?
His words peter out as he seems to be completely oblivious to the situation.
I'm gonna read his mind really quickly. Because I want to see if he's actually lying.
Go for it.
I'm not gonna fate point it. But I'm gonna roll scrutiny against him.
Go for it. Indeed. Actually, I do need to roll deceive, even though he doesn't have it. So... I mean, he succeeds, but he didn't get enough degrees. So, as you attempt to read his mind and read his facial expressions, there seems to be a blank look on his face, and it is mirrored in the state of his mind. He seems to be going through an awful lot of illicit activities, though none illegal.
I'm going to show him... I'm going to take out my data slate really quickly, walk up to just him, assuming his men are standing down at this point.
They are, but their weapons are still in their hand, but they are firmly pointed at the floor.
Yeah, and I'm going to show him a picto of what happened underneath the ground in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
I may need some of your men to accompany me on a mission. It would seem that you have an infestation here. These 20 men will be my personal bodyguards. Is that understood?
As he looks over at looks at the pit on the slate, he seems to his face seems to take on a slightly green aspect, as he almost as he fights back the disgust in his throat. I'm guessing you're showing the mutilated bodies and all that,
yeah.
Or you torched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is feeling all sorts of queasy right now.
Now, are you showing him the pictures of the Eldar bodies as well, or just the human one?
Yes.
Everything, then.
Fair enough.
These 20 men are to wait aboard my craft until I return. My team will accompany me.
Let me check what the carrying capacity on it.
Corvus Blackstar is 10 Marines, so it has a transport capacity of 20.
Fair. Wait, that would only be able to transport them, not anyone else.
Well, I'm sure the rest of us can fit. I mean, Tarvok doesn't need to actually be in the middle of anything. I can be in the gunner's seat, Polonia and Amma in the pilot's seat. So we're good.
Can you, in all technicality, stick Tarvok to, like, the ceiling, too?
Are we doing this? Are we bolting Tarvok to the ceiling?
I don't think you need to bolt them. He has his harpoon still, doesn't he?
He can bolt himself to the ceiling.
Can I roll for an Arc Mechanicus?
No.
Just done with everybody's stuff.
Yeah, he's.
You know what?
You're getting your own ship with Castellan robots and auger probes.
Right. I don't know. Can I just call Uber?
Oh, by the way, I do have my microbeat on, so the rest of the party is hearing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, no, but this does actually bring up part. So how we doing this? Because if you're taking up like the actual vehicle positions, then that's 20 men in transport.
Leave one behind.
Yeah, but then that's one guy to go blabber his mouth.
Okay. Then we do the Inquisition thing and we give him a summary execution.
Or we just stick them into, an Arvis lighter, the rest that don't fit, and we fly down both craft.
There we go. I like that idea.
Anyway, I'm going to tell them that, and then I'm going to say, I need to speak to your governor.
The High Warden is in his observation suite.
Now, is all of my instructions understood?
Clearly.
Perfect. Swear on the Emperor.
He makes the half sign of the Aquila, the one with thumb.
Mm-hmm.
And by my oath, I so swear it.
And I'm looking to the rest of them to do the same exact thing.
Indeed, and you can see them repeating the motion, and though none of them say the words out loud.
Very well. Tarvak, Polonia, Alma, join me.
I will step out of the lighter, and I definitely still have my helmet on.
Yeah, Amma has his mask on, and yes, he's coming along too, with the spear in hand.
Sherlock is not wearing a mask, as he does not. He cares not for the opinions of the sheep.
So, as you make your way towards the observation suite, Rosalina up front, who knows the way already, as she has already been through it once, you descend down towards the bottom of the orbital platform, and you make your way towards the upside down observation dome. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. You
We'll enter.
You make your way across the gantry that leads to the center of the observation dome, where the circular desk of the High Warden awaits you, and the pale-faced man that you talked to earlier sits, leaning back, seemingly casually back in his chair.
I'm assuming we already opened the door and we're in there.
Yes.
Orpheus.
Lady Lockwood, or should I call you Interrogator?
You will answer all of my questions.
That sounds like a command.
Is he loyal?
Is he loyal?
Yeah, I need to know, otherwise I don't get the +10 against him.
That is true. Would that be... You roll it without the bonus, and...
I am gonna re-roll that with the point. Okay.
You passed it.
Alrighty. Does he have a fate point? I wonder. No! Damn you, roll 20. Why do my bookmarks all go away?
I like how your command test is his target.
Yeah, that's kind of neat, isn't it?
Let's see. He has a fate point. Do I want to use it here? Sure, why not? Just because he can. Here we go. Oh, damn. As you say this, he leans forth on his desk, steepling his finger, and says, "Not before I ask you my questions, for there are so many that need answering."
I'm gonna put up a slight fake smile, like obviously fake smile. And I'm gonna pull up my melt-a-gun and aim it at his face.
My. Are you threatening me, Lady Interrogator?
The Inquisition doesn't deal with threats. We deal with heretics.
You do indeed, which is why I find myself confused as to why you are here.
Are you aware of what's happening on your planet?
What's the word I'm looking for? What do you do in a prison to inmates?
Rehabilitation.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. They don't get rehabilitated. They get fucking tortured and put into slavery. But anyway.
I mean, it works over in Europe.
Sounds like rehabilitation to me. You mean the rehabilitation and reinstated usefulness of the scum of the Imperium?
I'm gonna enter his mind and see what he's actually thinking. And I used 4 of my psi level for it.
Yeah, and he fails horribly.
If only he had a fate point.
Well, he used 1. So, you note, inside his head, he seems to be cycling through the different facilities down on the planet, and the various horrors that man inflicts upon man, but nowhere in there do you find a trace of any Xenos activity.
And I'm gonna break the connection really quickly.
Well, it only lasts for so long.
Tell me about the pit.
The pit?
Are you aware what's in there?
Yes, a lot of rock and minerals being excavated by the men that are housed inside of the beast, as they so colloquially call it, and as he chuckles.
Is that all that's down there?
Is that a leading question, I hear?
And with that, I'm going to put my finger actually on the trigger of the melt-a-gun. Answer the question.
Hold on, I'm actually going to see if he notices that thing. He doesn't. Oh, damn. No. At least there shouldn't be. Though,
Shouldn't be.
from the reports that I hear, you have been down there, considering, and he reaches for a data slate, considering the latest reports I have, and you can see that there's, as he slides over a data slate to you, it is cycling through picts that have been taken from an above view. You recognize these most likely being from the servo skulls. So, there shouldn't be an inquisitorial warband skulking about in my facility without my permission. So you tell me, what did you find down there that warrants this madness?
Maybe we should just take you with us and show it to you.
I'd rather not.
What do you believe is down there?
What do I believe? I have nothing. He seems to be getting agitated at this point. Stop dancing around the issue, damn it! Is there a problem that needs dealing with or not?
Yes.
Well, tell me then, so it can be dealt with.
I am. And I'm not that. I'm going to raise the melt-a-gun to his head.
You think very carefully before you make your next move. Inquisition or not, the murder of a planetary governor, he is using the title very specifically due to the fact that he counts as an imperial commander. A planetary governor is reaching a bit. He said, and he continues, Inquisition or not, there will be consequences for the murder of a planetary governor.
I'm gonna put the image of the the Dukari in his head of what he's seen.
That would be still telepathic link because you can send thoughts with it too.
Oh, I thought it was Psychic Communion. My bad.
Yeah. Don't worry. Psychic Communion does something a bit different, but it can. But I used it with Crimson because it can be sustained. So yeah, the role is still valid. And as you send the thought into his head of what you saw down in the pit, it sends him reeling back into his chair as his eyes go wide open and his mouth hangs agape.
And with that, the second I see that, I'm going to lower my meltagun and clip it to the maglev on my belt. Now, do you see?
By the Emperor. He seems to be in somewhat of a shock.
It would seem that I would not need to interrogate you any further. I'm taking a command of 20 of your men, plus one of your protectors, down there to deal with the problem. I'm assuming you're okay with that now.
Protectors?
The one guy that I was talking to, was he included in the 20, or was he?
He was included in he was included in the 20, but the rank you're looking for is overseer.
I took command of 19 of your officers plus an overseer. They will follow me into the pit. They've sworn an oath of loyalty to me for silence. We will go and deal with this matter. And this, and I'm going to slide the data slate back to him, all of this will be deleted. Do you understand that?
Roll command with the plus 20, and no, plus 10, I say, because, loyalty and all that. Yeah, well done. Quick question, Alexis. Do you still have the Carmine Aquila on you?
Yes, I should.
Okay, just checking. I wasn't sure if you'd gotten rid of it or not.
Nope, I also have the Halo of Command, which I always forget is an additional plus 10.
Oh, no, that counts as your devotional iconography.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. What are you knowing about Pri?
The Crimson Aquila.
Carmine.
Yeah, isn't that thing bad?
I mean, yeah, it is bad, but seemingly nothing bad has happened to it yet.
Wait, didn't we dump that thing on the psychic screw-up world?
No, I kept it.
Moving on.
Anyway.
Oh,
so, with that, he regains his composure and says, "Very well. Do you have the location of this horror?"
Tarvok here has located the teleportarium inside the facility itself. It leads to a place on a planet. We've noted this as the interior, and I'm going to slide over the picto slate to show him.
He looks about, and he can see the pict record captured by the rodent, and he says, "I do not recognize this from any of my facilities. Are you sure you know where this is located?"
Unfortunately, we do not. We know that the pit has a teleportarium in it that goes to this location.
How many can it hold? The Tarvok informs you that it would that it should be able to transport 3 at a time.
3 at a time. We can set up a firing line as quickly as possible. Using grenades, we should be able to clear the place out relatively easy. Smoke grenades would more than likely be useful as well. So we're going to need some weaponry for them.
They are not soldiers, but they can handle themselves in a fight. Though, going up against this, and he gestures to the Picts, it would be quite the challenge.
If they die in the Emperor's service, and there is no greater honor than that.
Ah, good idea. I'll tell them that.
But those that live, well, they should be rewarded, should they not? And I'm gesturing to him.
Should they? If they are merely performing their duties.
I like the way you think. Now,
And
you understand that our operations have to be completely silent, right?
You have a strange way of defining silent, and he seems to be referencing your goings about on his world.
And at that, I'm just going to crack a smile and just nod at him. Yes, of course.
Yes. In any case. And at this, he stands up and readjusts his braided jacket. Good. Now that the situation has been cleared up, my lady interrogator, I am sure we can deal with this and put this entire matter behind us.
Of course.
Excellent. Now, do as you must. Use what men you have commandeered, and inform me on your success.
Oh, and the official report of this incident should just be that it...
Completely wiped.
Of course. And at that, I'm going to turn around and walk out.
He seems to be standing a bit straighter, as if under intense scrutiny. And with that, you head back towards the landing pad. Noble.
Yeah.
Roll for me a stealth test.
Oh boy. Fail. Just my luck.
Want a fate point?
I don't even see it.
Oh
Wait.
my god.
What are you talking about? You succeeded massively.
Yeah. No, I thought it was fail.
Guess not.
Yeah.
Does anyone wish to attempt an awareness?
Nah, I'm too proud of myself for what I did.
Does my things come into play, Viggy?
Not here. It's too bright in here.
I mean, Infrared doesn't care about that.
Well, you actually let's. Noble, do you? I'm going to say that Larisian will be joining in right behind the group and going along with the turnkey escorts that are moving besides you. So, Larisian is able to slip into the group without anyone actually noticing, and he's just walking behind you.
I'm going to sign to Tarvok really quickly and just be like, Tarvok, do you think that this will be enough men?
And I kind of signal back, enough to keep the enemy's gunfire occupied while we take out the key target.
Perfect. They should maintain silence, and if nothing else, they may all die and this problem resolve itself.
And I say, I would suggest that these men be removed no matter what.
And I'm just going to sign back, agreed.
And with that, I kind of pull out one of my books on just the Eldar. I want to look for like tactics that can I roll a Eldar lore test to see what tactics they use against the Drakari?
What tactics the Eldari use?
Do they have any like particular weaknesses?
Let's see. Sure, roll it. Let's see what I can give you.
Hold on, I get a reroll.
Yeah, you get a reroll.
Nice.
Wait, yeah, there you go. So remember, it was with a -10 due to the reroll.
Yeah, but then I also get a +10. I also get the bonus because of a natural intelligence.
No, you don't. You only get extra degrees of success.
That's what I'm saying in terms of this.
Yeah. Right. It cancels kinda. So, as Tarvok is frantically flipping through one of his books on regarding the Eldari, you find that you were able to extrapolate some tangential weakness in the fact that while they are devilishly hard to hit, once they are hit, they are reported to go down quick. So, using blast and/or spray weapons should be do the trick.
I kind of report. So the best way to get rid of, and I kind of point this out, pointing at the passages in the book, and say, I think we should focus our firepower one at a time instead of diverting our fire, to all of them. The key targets, like the homunculus, should be attacked by everyone at once.
A couple of frag grenades will disorient the enemies, and then yes, focus targets on them.
Yes, and do we have contact with the men?
Well, I mean, they're sitting in our ship.
Okay, fair enough. I thought they were in the whole Arvis Slider thing.
Some of them, yeah. Let's split the difference. Call it 10 and 10.
I pass it
in the Arvis. Just as a backup thing, I'm in the Arvis later.
Fair enough. And nobody noticed, huh?
And I kind of pass this down the line of just telling them that it's better if fire at them 2 at a time. Like 2 people should be firing at 1 target each.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable.
Polonia, you're gonna have to focus fire on the bigger targets.
Understood.
So,
deal with the smaller ones. Kill them as they get close. Block all escapes if possible. Tarvok, firing platform. Support.
Of course.
So, as you make your way back towards the landing pad, the half of the men have piled into the Corvus Blackstar, and the other half has moved towards another one of the Arvis lighters and has boarded, and the lighter is currently undergoing final preparations before takeoff. So, let's just skip a whole bunch of stuff and say that you take off into the air, go back towards the surface of Nexum 8, fly down into the pit, land at the bottom, and everyone disembarks into the ravine on the side of it. Did I call it a cave or a ravine? It doesn't matter.
Oh, can I give a grand speech before I send the men into it?
Do you want to do it in front of the teleporter or as they disembark in the pit?
We got them all together in the cave, right? Like right at the teleporter?
Do you want to be there?
Yes.
Alright, then we'll go there. So let me just move you there. If you'll just scroll... Actually, you should see yourselves right there.
Yep.
So there's everyone. Let me just grab a few of the turn keys. So let me just... Whoop. I'll just copy-paste these. Control-C, Control-V, V, 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 B.
Okay.
B. That should be
gonna
enough.
Look at them, raising my brazier into the air. When the people forget their duty, they are no longer human and become something less than a beast. They have no place in the bosom of humanity, nor in the hearts of the Emperor. Let them die and be forgotten. And I'm going to slam it down to the ground. Fight hard. And the Emperor will reward you.
Automatic success. They're all inspired.
Now, go. Remember your strategy.
Alrighty, so they all start moving about, and I'm going to just move them over here. There we go. So, 3 of them. Let's move this guy right there. So, they are able to stand 3 at a time. Are you sending the rat in with them?
Yeah, if it's allowed, because I want to get a visual feed of what happens.
It is technically allowed, due to the fact that the rat fits.
Well, if it's technically allowed, that's the only kind of allowed I need.
Yeah. So, in that case, I need you to roll the tech use test with the -30.
That's with the +20, right?
Yes, that's with 20. Operating this thing is... yeah, it is a thing. Oof. Goddamn.
I'll save my fate point for when the actual party goes through.
Yeah. So, as you operate the teleporter, they whoosh out of existence. Actually, I need to be able to move them. So, they whoosh briefly out of existence and back into existence on the other side. And you can see through the rat that they were successful. And almost immediately, there is you can hear gunfire coming through the feed, meaning you're going to have to start moving quickly. However, so a big fight is about to start. That's just about... that's it. However, I don't want to start the fight right now because it would take way too long to finish it. So I wish Alexis didn't leave just now, because right now would be the perfect place to cliffhanger.
Yeah, it would be. And this is good. We've been going on for almost 3 hours.
Yeah. Babe, are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, so I just explained to the audience, aka the recording, that right now would be the perfect time to perfect place to cliffhanger, because we're about to start a big fight and we won't be able to finish it in reasonable time.
Fair enough. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of Queen's Court. Come back next week, and more than likely we're just going to stop trying to live stream it because YouTube is giving us quite a pickle with it. So I don't know what's going on there. We'll figure that out later. Anyway, guys, I'm Alexis the Ego Queen. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.